As I started this part of the episode, I was telling you the four beasts was symbolized by the piece of the space shuttle, where God explained through these where these parts connected one to the other one. And the 144 elders was the seed of Abraham, come from 12 tribes, 12,000 from one tribe into the other one. And these were the ones sitting around the throne of God. But the poor beast had one up on the brink of the earth, which was Satan, who was the CIA in Revelation chapter 4, where they went up on the brink of the earth and they were ruling God's people from above there, and they was ruling them with the rod of iron, with the law of democracy. This is the reason I said Barack Obama was not given the victory, because of what apparently had happened. Either he had lost the presidency, this is after he had lost the presidency, or somebody came in with flattery, like CIA, pretending he was not able to govern. But anyway, it was not given to him. The victory was of World War III. World War III was given unto the Gentiles, because they were the one had a sense of mind. Barack Obama is not a Gentile. He's Hebrew or from African descent by genetics traits of his father. Now, in saying so, once these peoples who was called by the fallen angels, who integrated themselves on this side, created law of democracy, they wouldn't serve God. Until this end, they became the CIA centralized government, which became a part of the Chaldees, who was taking over Babylon, Mr. Babylon. But as they were driven out of this area, they marched through the breadth of the earth, creating trade organization, and through this trade organization, through greed and self-pride and self-righteousness, they served other gods beside the God of God. But yet they needed the natural resources that God had placed in the land of Abraham. They needed these to become the heartbeat of the industrialized nation, industrialized infrastructure. So what they did was create all these weapons of mass destruction and went upon the brink of the earth, ruling God's people, taking the crude oil from them, while yet denying God was God. And they denied, they had these false prophets and these false preachers preaching sermons of lies and deception, talking about Scientology and scientific artifacts of what it caused by science. And this was not true. This was not true. So God had to bring them into judgment, tear down their infrastructure where they would be dependent on that crude oil. And when they came over to take this crude oil, disrespecting God, destroying the law of Moses, replacing it with a law called democracy, blaspheming against God and the Holy Covenant, that greed victimized them. So let me get started on here's where the conclusion of this came from. Revelation chapter 17. Mr. Babylon. This is the last part of this where I got here. These are the symbols, the horn that came all the way from Daniel. Daniel chapter 7, transcending into the Revelation chapter 12, 13, and 17. And you probably find these in other parts of the Bible, but I know they are here, these horns. These are the military fighting forces of these 7 United Nations, which united themselves together and went against God's word and became cursed through by the hands of the CIA. Okay. Revelation chapter 17, and there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come high, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of earth have committed fornication, and the habitat of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. Scarlet-colored beast is the United States of America, United Nations, who shed blood, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. There are 7 heads. One, the main head is the United States, and the 6th remaining head is the United Nations. And 10 horns. These are the 10 horns it has. 7 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 horns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the military fighting forces. These are commanding chiefs of these nations. And the horns are the 10 fighting forces of these United Nations. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stone and pearl, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. In other words, they became the richest peoples in the earth through the divination, exploitation, and killing people without a cause and robbing them of their resources. And upon her head was the name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, an abomination of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered within with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carries her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which is the United Nations, 7 heads, and the 10 horns are the military fighting forces. The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose name was not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not yet. Is not, and yet is. In other words, these was the people, the branch of the people of Alexander the Great, at this point in time, who he's talking about, who would go down and find nuclear weapons in the center of the earth, create through their witchcraft, create weapons of mass destruction of nuclear fire, nuclear capabilities to a warm war. But at the end, God would cause him to use these weapons upon his peoples because they studied transgressed against him. And he would cause the world to use these against America, to create them, to take them down there where they got this stuff, where they're burned forever and ever in the bottomless pit. Now, I'm going to skip this by for 1 minute here, and I'll go to another part of this on the next part. And what he would do is, he would exploit these through the peoples, and he would kill people with this weapon, because God would put it on his heart and cause him to do these things because of the mindset. He was a person of the white race, and he would see that his judgment is at hand, and the only way he could stay afloat, he became that rich man that enforced the laws and the policies of his laws upon the poor people, where he himself could live a life of luxury while execute judgment on them that oppose him and go against him. And through fabricating lies, he will destroy them deceitfully.